You are welcome to another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. There seems to be a sort of cloud covering every piece of information that would in a way reveal that R. Kelly was not the monster the government narrative is trying to put out there. There is just so much information online, mainly in video considering the tabloids all chose to discriminate against him. And these videos reveal a lot of information that exposes those against the R&B King, while giving a clear picture of what actually happened and led to the rift between Robert and his record company, and also with the parents of the women he was living with. The government only comes in as the enforcer of what these two parties want to see happen to Robert. But the real beef lies between him and the record label Sony RCA which he worked for, as well as with the parents of these women who considered themselves his in-laws when he dated their daughters. We have spoken just enough about the animosity from Sony and why it arose. We believe you all know this roots deep from R. Kelly's desire to be compensated to a tune of billions by the company he believes owes him a great deal. R. Kelly had never walked into a banking hall, and the one time he did this, he was sent to prison quick. Sounds fishy, doesn't it? Our previous videos have explained the relationship between this and what happened with Michael Jackson, so we shall not be repeating ourselves much about this particular situation between Robert and Sony, for you have already heard enough of it. Our concern today is what transpired between R. Kelly and the parents of these women he lived with, and what could have created the second rift and saw their differences escalate to the level they have reached today. There has been numerous comments suggesting that R. Kelly was being blackmailed to send money to some of these people, and these claims were not only coming from his supporters and fans, but also the people who later played the role of prosecution witnesses during the New York and Chicago trial. In the big interview Gayle King had with Azriel and Joycelyn Savage, for example, Azriel shocked the world when she mentioned that her parents had asked her to take as many pictures with R. Kelly as possible, and to take videos when they got intimate just in case they would later need them to blackmail him. While this sounded so strange to have come from the parents and was duly denied by the Clarys, the fact that the comment was made by their own daughter makes it highly probable to be true. Children may tell lies of all kinds, but when it comes to their parents, they only speak the truth they know, especially when they are angry with them. Meanwhile, she was very specific when she spoke, Azriel even giving the exact amounts they demanded.
Yeah, he's the manipulative. He's very manipulative, so he's the one you need to watch out for. But
pictures all over the world.
my dad and my mom,
I'm going to ruin him.
they started to send
He
threats to both me and him. They said, "Oh, $1,000 to this bank account by Monday. Oh, I'm going to put everything out there, and then
This alone gives us
$10,000."
reason to believe that the blackmail story could be the real reason R. Kelly fell out with some of these people. The moment blackmail sneaks into any relationship, it quickly creates bad blood between the two parties at a level that cannot be reversed. In a video clip that has been sort of hidden from the public for the past years yet lying in plain sight and available online, Dominique is seen speak out against her own mother and making allegations that will blow your mind even further. In this clip we are about to show you, Dominique exposes her mother as one of the financial beneficiaries that were paid a monthly paycheck by R. Kelly. While R. Kelly did this in good faith like a son would do good their parents-in-law, when the money started dwindling and he could not send her any more, Dominique's mother Michelle Kramer was furious and since then opened a war against Robert. In Dominique's own words, she mentions how the mother bumped into her with cameras, likely at the time the parents had teamed up together and were acting out a series that made them famous. Most importantly though, she specifically tells us how her mother knew well where she stayed, something that clears the air of claims that R. Kelly was holding these women hostage and that the parents never knew where to find them. She also talks about how her mother made sure to make it appear as though she was a captive, something she says she wasn't true. She says she had actually spent the previous weekend with her and that her mother surely knew she wasn't a captive. She reveals how she always asked R. Kelly for money to take care of her mother's bills, and that the moment this opening was no more, she reacted with hatred. Take a look.
My name is Dominique Gardner, and I'm quite sure you all heard about my mother, Michelle Kramer. and I'm here to let you all know the truth about her, expose her of the liar she truly is. I know you guys are probably judging me like, oh, how her daughter just gonna put her mother out there like that, but truth be told, she put me out there like that, so it's only right that I come back and tell you guys the truth, because she's been putting lies out there, and I'm here to tell the truth. First of all, my mother, she knows, asking for money to give to her so she can pay her bills. And once I couldn't do it anymore, I just got tired and fed up. I told him the truth and he cut it off, and she didn't like that.
With all this evidence available and easily accessible online, one may wonder why R. Kelly is still in prison. There is just so much information out there that will make you think this guy was not bad at all. It's the people he was good to that just didn't appreciate and turned against him for financial gain. And when they found just the right partner who wanted R. Kelly down and had the finances to fund this agenda, they teamed up like soccer players on the playing arena. And while they have succeeded in scoring a few goals against him, we hope the appeal overturns some of these false guilties, and that the truth will eventually prevail. According to Mariah Wiggins, one thing that I have failed to understand is why the court chose to believe only the wrong things said against R. Kelly, and deliberately ignored the good things. And why a person like Dominique was never called upon to testify in the New York trial? Makes realize Bonjean was right when she said R. Kelly lacked sufficient or effective legal counsel. This is a good reason for a retrial to be granted, otherwise we will remain dissatisfied with the current verdicts and sentence that was way beyond what even some murderers usually get. How can someone be penalized for being nice to people? For sending them money and draining himself out, later to be called the enemy only because he no longer had enough to feed every mouth. We need a retrial to allow all these people to come in and give their account of what really happened during the time they lived with R. Kelly. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.